Who gets to go first? So I think we should put the pressure on Kenji because he has the worst one. He has the most odd tasting credit cards of all of us, I think.
True. Okay, so my business cards, I have two of them, and I'm between like, I'm supposed to be shutting one of them down, but not for reasons of blog post. So I've had for a long, long time. So it's the Costco one.
Okay, so a couple questions. Does it have an annual fee?
The Costco one does not.
And do you get cash back or points, or how does it work?
Gets cash back.
Okay, and how, like, where does it go? Just to a bank account, or is it a Costco credit?
They give you a credit. They give you like this kind of paper check. Well, actually, now they do it just in those statements. You have to take it into a Costco to redeem it. So you can use it toward other Costco purchases, or at one point you could use it and they'd give you cash. You have to wait the membership counter. That takes too long.
What's the other one you carry? Is it not a Costco?
I carry. I switched to this about a year and a half ago. This one, I don't know that makes most sense for most entrepreneurs. I shouldn't say that. But when I was starting to travel a lot, being here in Atlanta, I moved to a Delta SkyMiles card. Partly because we were traveling so much. I was getting very excited about traveling. I love experiences. I was like, you know what? I'd actually rather have this toward more travel, which I saw on the horizon back in the distant past of more travel, which has not happened now. So this is probably a terrible card to have now, to be earning benefit that you can use right now. But yeah, I have the Delta SkyMiles card. And this one does have a fee.
Oh, that one is the one that gets you into the international club or the Delta club, though, right?
This gets you into the Delta club. It also takes, it also gets covers, I think, your TSA pre-check and or what's the international one?
Oh yeah, the
global entry.
Global entry.
Yeah. So you can use it as so this one really is for someone who's traveling and flying a lot, which in the beginning of 2020, actually when the pandemic hit, I had the most flights I've ever had booked. So I was on my way to utilizing this pretty heavily, but those are my two business cards. So yeah.
That's cool. Lisa, what do you got there?
So my Acuity business card is the Delta Amex, but it's not the pretty purple one with all the benefits. It's whatever the lowest fee one is, but it does get you free baggage. Because when we were traveling, free baggage mattered at 25 bucks a pop. So that's what I'm using for the Acuity card. On the other side, I have the Delta Amex as well. But I have the purple one for that, for Kevin's travel, because yes, of the companion pass, which is a very big deal.
Oh yeah, you get a companion pass.
As well as the entry into the Sky Club, and not just one baggage free, but multiple baggages free. So it works out for family travel and points gathering for us.
That's fun.
And then I have, just a regular Visa for all the places that don't take American Express, like Costco.
It's funny you should mention that. Part of my decision was to go with a Visa, because that way I didn't have to worry about the places that didn't take Amex. So I went with the Fidelity Investments Visa. This is the 529 plan for work. So, but what you do is you link it up. It's a free card, so no annual fee, because I'm cheap, right? I'm the cheapest of everybody here, probably. And then no annual fee, plus it does the cash back straight to whichever Fidelity account you fund. And so it just deposits on a basis. You could be a 529 plan, or it doesn't have to be. It could be any Fidelity plan. So that is the best card.
Lisa and I care about traveling and seeing the world. Matthew cares about his children's education.
Right. That's what I got out of that.
Actually, do you have 529 plans for your kids?
No.
See, exactly. So let's...
Little disconnect on that benefit there.
No, it just goes to a Fidelity investment account. You can link it to any Fidelity account, like a money market kid. So my kids should have, theoretically, I could have paid for college for my kids with this, with the points that or the dollars that came back, but I didn't. So instead, we're getting living room furniture. So.
Yeah.
I would also say, I wonder how many people who are Atlanta entrepreneurs, like, or you're near a Delta hub, like, I don't know. I don't know. If you live somewhere else kind of remote, would you really use, I guess if you traveled a lot.
No, I think the key on the airline cards is if you're in the hub city, like if you're in a United hub, you do United. If you're in DFW, you do American Airlines. If you're in Atlanta, you do Delta. Like that I think that's the trigger. So if you live in one of those hub cities, I think those cards are legit, from that perspective.
And you travel quite a bit. Yeah.
Well, you have to travel quite a bit too. Laura has the Delta.
Purple.
I don't know which color card. I thought it was silver. So
It's cool though, because it's made out of a metal one.
oh yeah, she has.
The new American Express cards are, yes.
Wait, did she give me one? I thought I might have one. No. But that's what's in our wallet.
Here's one more question for you guys. I mean, do you guys use, like, I find that personally though, I haven't used an actual except when I've had to, like a credit card. I just always use a debit card. But my debit card gets points back too.
So which debit card do you use?
They're both USAA. And one's credit card, one's debit. They're both Visa, but I only use the credit card if some places, like it used to be car rentals, wouldn't let you use debit cards. But otherwise, I just use debit.
No, you're very European then. No, I get the float. I'm all about the float, so I do. So.
Yeah, no, the Gilreath strategy is everything goes on the purple Delta Amex. And then we try not to be disappointed when we see the bill come through. But yeah, that's just how it has to work with the way Kevin gets paid.
That makes sense.
So my only question, I think, is for Kenji, because he is the one that wrote those now kind of dated blog posts about best credit cards for entrepreneurs. In both of those, you said if someone is just kind of like general startup company, that they should look for a credit card that doesn't have any annual fees and gives you cash back directly, because it's pretty much just the straight up, like, you're not paying anything for it and you can use that cash anywhere. Do you still agree with that, or have things changed?
I do still agree with that in most cases. That is the most frugal economic way, is no fees and getting you cash back. And
Fidelity.
Like we said, the other ones are for, like, you really kind of get a travel bug kind of thing, like Lisa and I have. And that's
for the cost of the annual fee, it's basically a plane ticket. So if you can earn it back in points, or frankly, you get stranded in the airport once and need to drink your weight, in the Sky Club, it covers itself, right? So
if you're going to use the Sky Club, that's true. And that companion pass also, if you're going to use the companion pass.
Yeah, if we travel, we never eat in an airport restaurant. We go to the Sky Club. Because by the time you order a drink in the airport, you've paid for any additional entry.
Even worse, Lisa, when I'm there traveling with the family, I go sneak. I don't bring them in the Sky Club with me because that costs money to bring additional people. I will go sneak in with my backpack and load it up with the free stuff inside the Sky Club and bring it out. That's how cheap I am. Like, no, we're not going to buy that stuff. It's overpriced. I'm going to bring a bunch of bagels and bananas inside my backpack outside. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, the only time I do a Sky Club is if one of you guys lets me in with you. So
I've got a few companion guys, but Mary Margaret, I would say that I think that's still the practical wisdom. Except if you're traveling a lot, to your point, you can make up the cost if you're traveling a lot. Also, I've heard people use justification around. I don't know if this makes sense or not, but like time. If you value your time and you spend lots of time traveling, if you can make that time productive via eliminating hassles while traveling, having access to a Sky Club and getting work done, things like that, then. But still, that I think still holds true. In fact, I was with a bunch of entrepreneurs last week on a trip, we were split because a lot of us are Atlanta, so a lot of Delta folks, but a bunch of the others were all still the Capital One Spark card, which I think was still a recommendation, but those guys are raving. That is a no fee, very high cash back. So none of us used it, but a bunch of entrepreneurs I know still rock out the Capital One Spark card.
And if you're looking for rewards programs, you got to look at Divvy and Brex now. They both have offerings for cards.
for the corporate side
For corporate cards, they have points back.
that the company.
Brex being one of our technically a tech stack partner, aren't they?
Yeah, Divvy and Brex both are.
It's all okay. These two, yeah.
But some of them do like really aggressive points on Amazon Web Services spend.
That's a good one. Do they also spin up the virtual card numbers for you, right?
Yes. So
you
like
can give a virtual card number. Yeah, so you're not giving your card number out to every employee. You can see who charged your card.
Yep.
And one more. Here's a bonus one to share in the blog. All those young, budding child entrepreneurs should probably be using the Greenlight card, right, Matthew?
The Greenlight card. Yeah, use that for your kids. That's a bonus.
Bonus one. Use the Greenlight card for your kids.
Yeah, we like to pimp out our old clients. So the Greenlight card for kids. So everybody should look into that.
But one thing also I realized in my wallet, I was looking, I've got cash in here, and I cannot for the life of me remember the last time I actually used. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I wonder how long I've had this in here. It almost like sits there like as a little bit of a buffer in my wallet against my cards because I can't.
I have mine too, my clip. I haven't had to go to the ATM since COVID.
I just can't know when
Nobody takes cash.
Yeah.
Where would I have been? I have not been to the ATM in a year.
No one takes it, and where have we been?
So
Well, also for a while with the coin shortage, they weren't taking cash anyway. Even
I needed cash for poker games because we settle in cash usually. Now because we're online, we do Venmo and PayPal. Run it for everybody. So it just makes it automatic.
Have you guys ever looked at what the value of credit card rewards programs are? Like this became a little bit public when last year the airlines were kind of getting bailed out by the government. Like they're talk about like your question earlier, like, oh, do these rewards things matter? Like I was just looking, like Delta is expected to earn $7 billion a year, $7 billion a year from Amex directly just for that card. $7 billion.
So they're doing okay.
American Airlines, like their overall market cap was, they were saying like something like 24 billion. And an analysis has been done saying that $21 billion was the loyalty program.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
The one thing I will say though, not one thing, another thing I'll say is that the worst we've ever had though on the cleanup projects was a client that used credit cards for only like specific things. So he had like 10 credit cards, and like for groceries, he maximized the grocery ones, for airlines, for the airlines, for gas, the gas, like for all that things. But he mixed business and personal on all of them. So that unwinding that for 5 years when he came to us for 5 years to do that. Now that guy's fine. He's done pretty well. That business took off and did fine and had enough air cover for him. But that was, so don't be too cute with it. That's with the credit card. Pick one and go. That's one.
Well,
Yeah. If it starts creating more hassle on the back end in your life than it's supposed to, you did it wrong.
a dedicated card for business.
Yeah.
Dedicated.